Hi everyone, I'm excited to introduce you to the newest feature inside Velvet, Experiments. Experiments allow you to test your LLM inputs against various models, settings, and metrics. For instance, you can test sentiment-based metrics like, is the LLM's response funny? Measure numerical metrics like, is the LLM's response shorter than 500 characters? Compare cost and latency across different models, and much more. Experiments can be created from the Velvet application or API. We recommend creating your first experiment from the application to get familiar with the functionality and using the API when you need to support more advanced use cases. To get started, open your workspace and click on Experiments from the navigation. You can start an experiment from scratch by clicking the New Experiment button. The first step is choosing or entering the dataset for the experiment. If you're already using the Velvet Gateway, you can start an experiment from one of your LLM logs. Otherwise, you can enter inputs manually. I'm going to start this experiment from an existing LLM log. I'll click here to navigate to the logs page, find the log that I'd like to use in my experiment, and click the Use in Experiment button. I'll then click Add, and you can see here that it's been added to the experiment. Next, I'll choose Providers and Models. I can compare LLM outputs between models by adding two or more. I'm going to compare GPT-4o Mini and GPT-4o. Finally, I'll choose the metrics for my experiment. Metrics allow me to define what I want to test and what constitutes a passing test result. For this test, I'm going to test that the latency of the results is under 5,000 milliseconds. With the experiment now set up, I'm going to go ahead and click to run the experiment. Within a few seconds, the experiment will finish running and the results will be ready. On this results page, I'll see a summary of the experiment along with each of the experiment's tests, outputs, and results. Each experiment will have one or more tests corresponding to the number of logs or variables within the dataset. Each test will have one or more outputs corresponding to the number of models we chose to run the experiment against. And each output will have one or more results corresponding to the metrics we chose to test. I can click any output to view detailed results for each metric, including what passed or failed and the reason why. With experiments, you can eliminate the guesswork around AI feature development and feel confident that your LLM-powered features will work the way you expect them to. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy using Velvet Experiments.